All right, Shalom. First of all, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all the brothers and the few sisters out there. Unto the Israelite foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. Some more good stuff coming out. This guy, he got some bangers, I must say. So the title of that particular video, something major is coming. So I want to hear this couple of things that he said. I'm gonna get some scriptures, but the point of the matter, real quick, is that the people of the world senses, they can feel it. It's no longer a feeling no more. Everybody's pockets are being hurt. So here we go.
Hit by all this, and some of them are just giving up trying. Look at what this teacher says. My Gen Z students know that they are absolutely cooked when it comes to this economy, this job market. They talk about it all the time. And I think partly being that self-aware of what's going on, whether it's through their parents or social media or whatever it might be, but knowing that the US is heading into dismal times is really where a lot of this lack of motivation to do things is coming from. I often hear it in class when we talk about many different things, but the reoccurring underlying issue is they know that the future that they're heading into is not great. And because of that, I can see some of the systemic underlying lack of motivation, which is just unfortunate, but that's where I think we're at. Unlike what some people said in the comments, I don't think this lack of motivation is just laziness. I believe it's awareness. Young folks can also see what is coming. This comment here really stuck with me. What's the point of getting good grades just to graduate into an economy where AI takes 50% of all entry-level professional jobs and the other half is outsourced to India? I mean, that's a heavy thing to carry around at 18 years old.
So they feel that they're, well, people, I mean, naturally, that's why they're supposed to feel. Because you have absolute nothing to look forward to. The hopes and the dreams of a failed system is thrown out. Like on yesterday's show, the man, I had to do that because the man, he's like, I bought land and he has to pay taxes, and the taxes could go however he wants, and he can't even live off the land, period. So people are coming to the realization of like this whole thing is not only is just a setup, this is hell. All right, people are realizing more and more every day this is hell, because remember when it wasn't that bad and everything was affordable, people had the tendency of thinking that this is not that bad, it's gonna, the future is still bright. The future is not looking bright no more. Matter of fact, there is no future. Okay, now if you have the next generation already tapping out, so what, the older generation is supposed to continue working, and older generation is getting fed up as well. So this is a lose-lose situation. But there's a little bit more.
And then someone else says, tell your students to learn as many foreign languages as they can. The future isn't here anymore. What? That's dark.
The future's not here no more. The future, this is why America is not the kingdom of heaven. It never intended to be the kingdom of heaven. All right. This place was not in the line. This was not created to be forever. It has a period of time, just like every other kingdom that came before. They all had an extension. They all had a time period, and at that time, majority of people didn't know that their kingdom was coming to an end. All right. Yeah, this is it's getting interesting.
Dark. Then you got this kid just straight up asking what everyone's plan is.
So what's y'all's plan? Is it ride it out and see what happens?
go homeless or move the country? Like, what? Like, genuinely, dude, what are y'all doing? Because I don't know. And the comments are just as lost. You can't go homeless now. It's illegal.
And that was it. Because you can't go homeless. You see, when you watch films of dystopia futures, there's always a scene in a dystopia future where people make a life somewhere where they can't be bothered. Nah, they taking everything from everybody. This shit has got to get real deadly serious out here in them streets. They about to take everything from everybody. Oh, you want to go in the streets? Nope, you can't go in the streets. You can't go. Oh, you want to live under a bridge? Oh, you can't go under a bridge. Everybody's gonna be a criminal. This is the future. Everyone is a criminal. So if everybody's a criminal, guess what? Everybody can be locked up. If it's illegal to be homeless and you can't get a fucking job, no matter if you want or not, you see how evil this society is? This man literally set up a private military to go out there and snatch people. I seen a picture that the majority of the people that were ICE agents was actually people. It was the nations, the same nation, the same people. So that's even makes it worse. It makes it worse. So he made this dystopia future, and you're being punished for what? For being less fortunate. This is the current state of America. I'm not gonna make this too long, but yeah, man. Ecclesiastes 12:1 says, "Remember now the Creator in the days of thy youth." So when in your youth, the time that you're young, you give it your time and energy. All of us was supposed to be trained in giving our time and our energy to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right. But in this society, you're told to put your time and energy into matters that doesn't really concern, things of non-importance. Growing up as a young man, chasing tails for no fucking reason, because at that time wasn't established. And then now you come to many years later, you like, dang, you have to be established in order to get the girls. And now you don't have to be established at all. You could just be a nobody, and you still could. So all time and energy was to worthless things. You put your time and your life into a career until the company that you work for go belly up. All right, you need experience. So you say, okay, and there's another term. You go to put your time and energy to school, right? And look how they're changing it. They changing the goalposts consistently, but they never put in our minds as we was young. Now put your time and energy towards whom? Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. This is not something that's publicly broadcast. It's something that well known because it's not cool enough. In this society, you're being raised up to be naturally rebellious. People are so rebellious, they don't even know what they're rebelling about. All right? You're lame if you go by the rules, especially if you go by the rules of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Oh boy, how stupid are these people now? Now they're about to see the investments of those that put their hopes into Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. This is why the evil days come not. So at that time when I came in, it was bad, but yet there was still certain things you could function. All right. But now things are getting to a point where everything in all levels is being attacked. They're about to implement Revelations 13 and 16 on down. Matter of fact, 15, because now everybody's coming to realization is that in order to get Revelations 13 and 16, You have to establish a system. And once the system is established, then they can do what they want. And right before our eyes, they are doing it. All right. Say, the days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. So all that ups and downs and so forth is preparing us for what's to come. So while the sun and the moon, sorry, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, like Yahweh Shai said. Matter of fact, let me get that. If I can remember which one it is, not 14. Let me just type it in. Oh boy, I know. It should be St. John. St. John 9:4. I must work the works of him that sent me, while it is day. The night cometh when no man can work. So what's that night that when no man can work? Jacob's trouble, martial law. All right, ain't nobody gonna be out there, gonna be in the corners any longer. Ain't none of us gonna be out there to tell people, "Oh, you going off? Oh, America's gonna be destroyed." The scripture says, a prudent man." Let me get it. Let me get it. Prudent man hideth himself. It says, St. John 22:3. It says, a prudent man foreseeth the evil. Why? Because a prudent man is a prophet. Before a prophet was called a prophet, it was called what? Seers. Okay? Seers means what? They could see. So it's telling you, they say a prudent man foreseeth the evil. Look at the word, same word, ra'ah, to see, like look at, inspect, perceive, consider. So prior to all these things are happening, the Lord had gave the eye salve to certain selected men to foresee it. See, it's not a popular thing to go against the grain. When everybody was out there clubbing and, straight bullshitting, having a good time, brothers was being chastised, look a certain way. There was talked about, okay, and during this whole process, the world just continue as they're going on. But now, all of a sudden, the world's starting to see, okay? But guess what? Like the scripture says, the Lord revealeth his secrets to his servants, the prophets, okay? So when the time comes, the order is going to be, now don't be out there. We don't have to, there's nothing else to be said because everybody's catching on. All right. Everybody's catching on. The Spirit is going to have us move on to bigger and better things while everybody else is just catching on. It says, a prudent man foreseeth the evil, which is bad times, and hideth himself. But the simple pass on and are punished. And they're being punished. Okay. So before the set destruction, Ecclesiastes 2:12 while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. And the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the keepers of the house, who were the economists. I believe in the same video they was talking about how, matter of fact, since I'm in the process of doing this, I don't know where part they said it though, but they said that the economy, the one guy was breaking it down, maybe it was further up. I was walking, I was listening to this, but one guy said that they're not showing the true, not the GPA, the something. Well, let me see. Let's see.
Bubble that's about to explode in our
Yeah. This is
this by getting into these trade five plays, such as time.
All right.
kind of stuck on this for a while now. I posted that TikTok of me buying silver around 2 or 3 years ago, and I'm up around 100% on that investment. It's the same thing with crypto, same thing with really any other asset class that is up against the US dollar. The US dollar continues to crumble, and right now, the narrative that is being painted for us as normal human beings is to constantly transact our time, our effort, and our ideas for US dollars. And now this is being pushed to a global scale where the cryptocurrency markets are essentially fully transacted based on USDT or USDC, which are stable coins backed against the US dollar. So again, we are trying to push people to continue to exchange time, effort, and ideas and work for US dollars. Meanwhile, the US government is hedging against this by getting into these TradeFi plays such as exchanges, prediction markets, buying crypto and buying up commodities, literally hedging a bet against their own system.
So basically the government is betting against their own system because they know it's going to fail. One comment here really nails it. I do feel the government is also putting a lot of influence into making a huge bubble that's about to explode in our face. Most of the prices are not even real. True, absolutely true. And some price bubble.
And that is called inflation. All right. So I don't know. I don't think it's this guy, but it wasn't. I was walking when I was listening to this, and they basically said that the stock market is showing that everything is good because the rich people, their position is good, but while the normal people, and somebody was breaking it down, like unemployment is like really 8 million people is really unemployed. So this whole thing is about to crash. So the economy is rigged. The economists, the keepers of the house, are maintaining that delusion of everything normal, but there's nothing normal about what's happening. All right. Like I said, I was walking when I was listening to this. It was a good listen, and I had to do something on this. Let's see. Oh, I passed it. So let me go back to this. It says in the in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. And why is going to tremble? Because now no longer can they hide the patch job that they did. I work construction, so I remember working for say you work for a welder or somebody. They'll do a patch job, right? The patch job, it has to function as it was a normal, as it was his whole self when somebody patches something, right? And that's when they get the welder to come in there and you got to cut perfectly and make sure, just to patch it up. So in this society, you have a lot of patch jobs that people they're not aware of, because the assumption is that everything is running fine. You know, more experience, had a job. I ain't gonna say what job it is, but you would not getting the state of the art tools to fix anything. You have to literally, you know, you have to find things to fix the stuff, and it was not making it better. It was just just to maintain it. So it's the same thing that's happening right now. So the economists are lying to the people and have them believe that everything is running fine, but it's not. All right, none of it is fine. It says, "And a strong man shall bow themselves, and the grinding cease." Grinding is what? Is representation of work. The work is ceasing. There is no more fucking jobs. All right, and just did the show the other day. Who's getting harmed the worst is you black women. You black women are losing your job. All right. So all these things are happening. It says because there are few, and right now there are only a few handful of people that can have a job, and the job is not paying. It says, and those that look at the windows, which is the what? Representation of what? The future, be darkened. So the future is dark because there's no future. You shall own nothing and be happy. And you're not going to be happy. All right? You're not going to be happy at all. Nobody's going to be happy. And it says, and the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, because only a handful of people can have. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. And what's the prime? What is the indicator of music going low? Which we've been saying that is the fact of the most popular music right now that was been for the past 30 something odd years, hip hop. It's not even scratching the billboard. All right, that's what he said. So everything's brought low. And people, it was a show. I mean, that show, somebody put it up. People are tired of listening to hip hop. People are just tired of the rinse and wash bullshit. The spell is being broken. All right. The Babylonians are starting to wake up, but it's too little too late. So with that being said, shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom.